get some to us. If he's in that way, Craig, will you stay?
He in here. Come ask him.
Birdie,
What?
my heat don't went off. What did you do to it?
It's maintained the thing at 70.
I'm trying to go to sleep. They're spending the night because it's Christmas. Well, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. They're staying until through the weekend. Nan usually stays downstairs, and Carlton's mother stays upstairs across the hall. But since my mother is going to be sleeping downstairs and can't really do the stairs well, Nan is sleeping upstairs, and Gladys is sleeping downstairs. So they're yelling back and forth across the hall. So, I take my shower every night before bed. She gonna tell Carlton, what that nigga in there taking a shower for? What she saying? I know he don't think nothing about the half of the night.
Yeah, she's saying ain't nothing pumping off tonight.
Ain't nothing pumping off tonight. Y'all need to just go on to sleep.
You got on the line?
No, this is Patreon. She just turned off the heat. So what'd she call you for?
She didn't turn it off. She said it turned off.
Right, so it turned off. So
But I said yes, it'll do that when it reaches the temperature. She said, I guess that makes sense because if it kept going, I'd be dead. I said yes.
I don't know why these old people like being inside the and all that heat. Because it's like when you're yes, I guess when you get older, your blood gets thin, but also it's like when you're in a room, a small room especially, with with the heating thing on, it's like a tranquilizer. Like when you wake up, you feel like you've been tranquilized.
Because you're like you can't move.
Right. And you wake up and you feel all like, what's the word I
don't
want?
know if tranquilizer, maybe lethargic.
Yeah, you feel it. Yeah, but when I say tranquilizer, I mean because I feel like I've been shot with a tranquilizer. Like I be feeling real lethargic.
No, tranquilizer, you can't move whatsoever. Even if you try.
The point is,
it's a very dramatic version, but yes.
Be that as it may, the point is, did you tell them about what happened when I went to go get my vaccine?
Well, that she scheduled the wrong day.
What'd they say?
Nothing. Just laugh.
Your head is on my actual kneecap. You gotta move it down, so I'm like.
You need to be stretched.
No, that ain't it. That just wasn't comfortable. My damn knees need to be stretched. Oh,
it's like Lauren's here all over again with the TV.
Huh?
I said it's like Lauren's here all over again because I used to be able to hear her TV. And I had someone text her like, bitch, if you don't turn that motherfucking shit down, she be watching movies, like the little Paramount and MGM thing. Dum, dum, dum.
Right,
I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
Girl, I can hear every word.
Deaf ass. She probably needed to get her ears flushed.
Like, God damn. I'm like, I can literally hear the entire movie. I know what scene you're on. Turn that shit down. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my mother be watching that shit loud
I think
too.
my biggest pet peeve is when people are not familiar of their surroundings.
They're not aware.
Yes, not familiar. I mean, I'm saying I didn't mean familiar, but yeah, when they're not aware of their surroundings, like they're just or just even just considerate. Even it's consideration as well. Just like, oh yeah, he is asleep. Let me try to be quiet. He does have to work in the morning, Just know, oh yeah. Then when you tell him, it's like it just clicks. Like, oh yeah, like oh my God, like
that's like that thing I was talking about that time where there's IQ and then there's what EQ, your emotional quotient, like being able to have that ability to recognize when you need to.
Isn't it cognizant recognition? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's almost like like where you're aware that you need to show empathy in a situation or show some sort of emotion and compassion and that kind of thing. But some people don't recognize that. Like they don't They go too far with a joke. Like they can't recognize that they've gone too far and that the person's feelings are hurt. And so then you naturally pull back. But they don't recognize stuff like they'll just keep going. Like they're not aware of like other people's emotions.
I don't know if that's just like very low amount
Percentage of
of
people?
No,
Of
narcissism. Just
I'm sure.
Narcissism.
Yeah. I would recognize that. I would agree with that. It's probably some of that in there. It's probably a close cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, it's like, yes, EQ, your emotional quotient. That ability to be able to be aware.
Like my son, like Jonathan, he pissed me off when I was there because I was sleeping, and all of them get up at like fucking 4 or 5 in the morning to go to work. Sometimes Jalen's like 3:30. Anyways, I don't think I ever heard Jalen enough, but Jonathan pissed me off so much. He was in that kitchen making as much noise as he fucking could.
I saw this thing on TikTok.
Sleeping.
Did you see that video? Did you see that video on TikTok where the guy was trying to pour something in the glass? He was standing in the kitchen and the cup fell off, ricocheted on the wall, hit this iron, it was like when you're trying to be quiet.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that video?
I don't know if I saw it.
Oh my God, it was so hilarious. And it was like the cup just kept bouncing out of the room. It turned off a light switch. It turned on. I mean, it was just making all this noise. And he was standing there holding the thing like, as this cup is ricocheting around the house. That shit was hilarious.
My a huge pet peeve too is when people aren't aware of how to soft or quietly open and close a door. That shit eats me up. Like when you close a door and you want to be quiet, you turn the handle, push it in,
and then release it.
People just be like, boom, be like,
and even if you don't hear the boom, you hear the click.
Right. No, but when because not everyone's door just easily
shuts. Yeah.
So they be putting effort into the door.
Look at this.
I've seen this.
What was the video I just said to you?
The ricocheting in the glass.
Yeah, I don't think I.
But yeah, that shit eats me alive when I hear someone push the door.
You back on my kneecap.
You need to get longer legs.
You need to get a smaller head.
That was so funny.
Amazon must have closet.
You thought it was funny.
I was laughing at myself.
Hey. You were laughing at what?
Myself.
Too much.
And then they had a dog that barked at like every morning at 6 a.m.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ.
I'm about to say something to Madison.
Patty.
Yes. We laugh at this. We did this on the show one night. Patty LaBelle they didn't have a Christmas cue song. I mean, not Christmas cue song. They didn't have the cue cards for the song. And she said, "Where are my cue cards? Cue cards, honey."
She's at a point of her life in her career. It's like I don't have to hide this shit. Get this shit
right.
right.
She's like, where are my cue cards, honey? Where cue cards? Next card, honey. Next card. What she say? What she said? Where my background singer?
Oh, listen, I can't hear.
Oh, good. Okay, wait. Yeah.
It's just restarted. I got it.
Turn it up.
She improvised now. She just.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's too loud.
Whoa! That's an ad lib. Without the cue cards.
Why is she out there singing?
No, why did she rehearse? Why did she rehearse?
They know who Patty is. She probably said, "Bitch, I don't know this song."
Look, you said, why is she out there? No, when she accepted the gig, why did she rehearse?
Did she know she gonna sing a Christmas song? It could have been like, Patty, we need you to sing a Christmas song. But bitch, I don't know a Christmas song.
Listen,
whichever one you know, just sing that one.
You shouldn't have agreed to do the gig if you weren't gonna learn the words, if you weren't gonna be dedicated.
Who doesn't know that part though?
Right.
This is okay. Because that firefighters blazing bright part she didn't know.
Those are the wrong words.
But she gonna let it know, like, if I'm gonna look a fool, I'm gonna let it know that y'all making me look a fool.
We are not gonna be able to get through this video. Wait, you can't fast forward.
Yeah, but I'm saying, she's saying, if I'm about to look like a fool, I'm gonna blame y'all. It's not my fault that I'm looking like
Honey,
a fool.
without the cue cards, I don't know the word.
Right, it's y'all making me look like a fool. I'm not gonna just stand here and look like a fool. That's a diva for you right there. She looked when she said, "I'm gonna add lib all I can." But she's singing to the beat.
She's shouting at this point. Where am I?
You made her be in front row, looking her in her eyes. Imagine just sitting there trying to enjoy it, like.
I'll be looking at her like,
shit. You be like, shit. Where is her back?
is that him at the snack bar?
You be sitting in the audience looking too. Can someone please find her? That one
be like, is that him at the snack bar? Is that her background singer right there?
Excuse me, are you
She looking for you. Oh my god. This is.
I want to hear her first words when she got off that stage.
Oh, I know she was cussing. I know she was cussing.
Y'all got me looking like a motherfucking fool.
Okay, that don't make no goddamn sense.
Oh my god, I heard this. Woke up this morning.
She is funny. Oh my god, that was so funny to me. Jesus Christ.
I want to see the rest of her performance.
Let me look on YouTube because it's over there.
Mm.
Patti LaBelle. You can type in Patti
This
LaBelle.
Christmas.
You ain't gotta say this Christmas. Cue card.
I wonder if she ever did an interview about that.
Look, it came right up. Okay, that's the full interview right here. I mean, performance.
Oh, it wasn't even her concert. She was a guest.
All right. Look.
She looked like they threw her out.
Right, she was.
So they fucked her up.
No, she just wasn't paying attention. You see how she walked out there too soon? She didn't know the words.
Someone could have gave her that cue.
She didn't know the words either. She missed the sound check. She said, girl, I'm going to just take this gig.
So you just said she walked out here as an imbecile.
Basically. She's like, girl, I'm going to go ahead and take this gig. She said, I'll figure out the words before the
She just assumed that everybody would just do
right.
what she wanted them to
She
do.
figured somebody would have them cue cards. Well, I'll do it, y'all.
But she looking right now.
She told him, go ahead. She nodded her head.
That's her at the same rate.
No, she's saying, right. Look, ain't nobody up there.
They didn't let her know none of this. She didn't read the contract. That's what happened. That it says
She didn't read the lyrics either. So she said, those are not the real cue cards.
But she thought she could go out here and ad-lib probably, and the background singers would keep her on
Well, it's gonna
track.
float, and then the audience would do the rest.
But no, there was no, it was all her. Wait, so she wanted people to run up there real quick and join in? Can you imagine? They trying to sneak up on stage.
Oh, God. And that's the She said,
Girl, we don't have cue cards for this song. These cue cards are for the actual
Girl,
speeches.
girl, everybody knows these words to this song.
Right.
Like,
These probably all white people too.
they wasn't paying attention to what the hell she was singing no way. Girl, they on break.
That Patty, we said we didn't have a budget for that.
Right.
You didn't.
Look.
Just.
She rolled her eyes. She wrote her.
And they probably paid her a good check to be here. Oh, she got singers now. I think they just really.
Let me see that card again, darling.
See, looking at this, they're not used to dealing with an actual like performer. So it looks like there's some miscommunication in what was being provided.
She
to
said,
her.
"Oh, honey, I didn't." What she said? I need to see that card again.
They didn't pay that full rider. That's what happened.
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened. The damn cue card person. This was their first day at work, and they didn't know the speed the cards were supposed to go.
But I'm saying this is not a professional concert,
Right?
event. So these are probably local people.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to deal with the diva. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they weren't equipped. They needed a production manager, which they probably didn't have. Can you imagine how nervous the cue card person was?
Look, the cue card person, right? His name is.
It's over. She trying to create music.
Right. Well, I bet she learned fucking this Christmas after this performance.
But she telling which instrumentalist to play.
Well, no, she was telling him, she was saying thank you. She said, I couldn't thank him because I couldn't see his name on the card. His name is on, the words are on the card. This was terrible. This was the longest 4 minutes and 46 seconds.
Imagine being in DC. Oh, this is embarrassing in DC.
She tried to redeem herself.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
She said, next card, honey, next card. That was too fun. Oh.
No, give me this.
What? Who asked you to write that?
That shit's funny.
Let me find something else to chuckle at over here. Shit,
That'd be funny if somebody was having a party and like they would have the sound off, but that's just something in the background playing performance.
Wait, say that again.
If like someone had a holiday party and like as a screensaver, that performance just kept looping.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Go to bed. Some bass. That fish is dying. Fishy little dice with my lemon.
Let me have- Looking at her,
What's on the back of his head?
that shit looks terrible.
What the fuck is that?
That's one of them wide rat tails in the back.
I've never seen that.
That was crazy. And then see, if he in another skit of hers, I feel like they just do this. They ain't really. Yeah, see, he in all of her skits. So he was acting probably.
But even though if it was thrown off guard, like he knows it's probably a prank.
Right.
Even if it wasn't a skit, it was improvised. But that's all. I used to do that too.
When you try to ignore the line, I didn't.
I did. I don't know. Because you don't want to give a reaction. Why did someone pick that up? I thought that was just a me thing. You just say thank you because you don't want anyone to know how much you got.
Well, the thing that I notice about myself when I open up a card, the way that I open it with some support so that if there's something in there, it's not going to slide out.
So don't you just set yourself up for?
Yeah, because sometimes when there ain't nothing in there, you're like,
oh,
like.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't do that. I just expect that there's nothing in there. I saw this earlier too. Stupid.
I gotta brush my teeth.
Did you I was gonna ask you if you did that. Did you see the graduation where the principal called them all black?
It must be all of the black people leaving.
Mm-hmm.
That's the strong hairline zone, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of guys who are not in the industry would say, keep the hairline out here. That's ridiculous. No hair is growing now.
It sure
The
is.
strong hairline zone is back here. That's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I'm going to have to erase everything within this rectangular slit.
Right.
Right here, it has to go. In order for him to have a nice, tight, balanced hairline. 3 weeks, we don't have enough hair growth here. We don't have a support cast. Look at the support cast up north.
Supporting cast.
Strong, weak. We're not going to have a line coming back at an angle. So in order to tailor the haircut, we have to make a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay, ladies and gentlemen. You are not 18 anymore. Do not get caught up in a hairline fairy tale. Stop that shit. You do not have an 18-year-old hairline anymore.
Right. That's when it was acceptable.
I know too many young guys in the grade with full hairlines. You do not want that.
With full hairline.
Forward.
That's the strong hairline zone, ladies and gentlemen. That's the strong hairline zone, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of guys who are not in the industry.
That's interesting watching that.
My ex always used to go, he's like, why are you pushing your hair back like that? Because
I don't like mine pushed back.
but it's
I
not
like
it's but sometimes, like you said, you have to make a sacrifice because you want it to be straight. You don't want it to be going at an angle forward.
Well, but see,
You
that's
want it
where.
straight.
Yeah, I mean, I do want it straight, but see, that's where I have to draw the line, though, because see, I think a lot of barbers try to craft these uniform hairlines. Everybody's hairline is different. So it's like when you see some people, they sacrifice a lot of their hairline trying to create that cookie cutter shape up. And everybody's hair is not shaped like that. And I don't like that. Like, I like my line to be as natural as possible. I like it sharp on the sides right here. I like a nice little slight something around my, like even on my beard line at the top, I always have him blended at the top, like faded, like right along the line. You know, when you do mine too. because I don't like no sharp line. To me, that shit looks like a clown's mask or clown's makeup when it's drawn on like that. When it's, I don't like it looking like that. So I don't like when barbers do that. So it's one thing to kind of clean it up and whatever, just define what's there. But when you're trying to make my hairline look like yours and yours look, that's why you were cutting off your widower's peak in high school, or whenever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to create that standard hairline. That ain't how your hairline grows.
Do you want to preserve your hairline?
I like everyone now asks always, is it real? Or do you just draw it like, no,
Put
it's...
the onus on the client. Let them make the decision. If they say they want it nice, tight, and balanced, explain the sacrifice that's going to
I can't stand hairlines that are way up here.
Mm-hmm.
That shit eats me alive when it's like way up over your eyebrows. I'm like, ooh.
My nephew's hairline used to grow like that. I mean, he didn't probably cut it so much that it doesn't, but
I'm like, ooh, that looks crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. See, like, if he cuts his hairline like that guy's hairline,
different shaped heads.
That's what I'm saying. But you'll see a lot of people with a lot of fuzzy looking hair growing back around here looking nasty because somebody has shaped and put a hairline in there that's not theirs. I don't know if I want to follow him. That's kind of therapeutic watching that, but see, I don't like mine that crispy.
Beijing and shit.
I don't like all that.
I don't know if it's a Beijing, but it's become now like when it's that crisp, you just automatically think it's a Beijing.
Right, but see, I don't care about the color of it because it doesn't look painted. But that line is too.
What's he saying?
Like, follow, share. When it comes to doing beard work, it's important that you make nice, clean, consistent passes. Don't bounce all over the place when it comes to trimming and sculpting the beard. Like, follow, share.
He has a good voiceover voice too. It makes you want to listen. Is this it?
So, yo, check this out. The onus is on the client. It's up to the client whether or not they want to push back, preserve, or any of that. If a client has this energy where they want to keep the hairline out as far as possible,
that's me.
Well, I suggest what we'll do, we'll put a ghost line across that area, and you make a decision, client, on whether or not you would like to keep that line in that position.
So someone called him out on that.
You look in the mirror and you say, you know what, it doesn't look as sharp as I would like. Go ahead and push it back. And a lot of times at that point, the client comes into the realization that, yeah, my hairline ain't as strong as it used to be. Excuse me. And so they would give you the clearance to go ahead and push it back or leave the ghost line. You know, and sometimes I would give my input and say what I think, and a lot of times clients go with that, man, I think that ghost line look good. You know what I mean? Or, brother, me personally, you asking me, I don't like it. If it was me, I'll push it back. I push my shit back all the time to get it tight.
See. But I remember when I was 30, I always remember a picture that I took. I think I was 30. And my hairline was completely different. My hair was fuller. Like every time when I want to gauge it, I always look at that picture. Like I was talking about that earlier on the live. I was like, that's just a part of life. As you're getting older, like your hair just starts. Women, men. Are you asleep?
No, I'm listening to you.
Oh.
Lord have mercy. Why do you say it like that?
I thought I heard you snore a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But, as you get older, your hairline just automatically kind of starts to recede a little bit. I was looking at this thing the other day with Meryl Streep in it, and they were...
And it gets thinner.
Yeah, and it gets thinner. It was going over to... they were referring to some movie she did back in the 70s or 80s or whenever the hell it was. And her hairline was down here over her eyebrows. And when I tell you they cut back to her present day, that shit was like inches back. I was like, oh my God.
Almost apply from pulling it from putting on wigs over the years.
Right, probably putting on wigs, yeah.
That shit's not healthy all your life. And if you're an actress all your life, that's a lot of wear and tear. Look at Naomi Campbell. Her hairline's completely fucked up. You seen that, right? It was ruined from them fucking up her hair and modeling.
Follow, share, like. Look at how I keep my guideline, and as I do my pinch and pull movement, I slide over just a tad bit to keep my guideline. I comb check my progress thoroughly, and I proceed to
I don't like those lines where the hair, like you were saying, like I hate that look where it's all the hair starts, but then all this little hair that's lined up in the front. And it's like,
But that's what he was just talking about. It's called a ghost line.
it looks crazy.
Mm.
It doesn't look natural. Like I mean, I trim the front, but it's still.
Well, my thing is when they do that, I always feel like you're doing it so that you can preserve your edges right there. But when you pulling it from back there, that's just gonna. I think it's gonna make that part thin in the middle.
Well, the thing is, his hairline is starting to recede because normally when you have long hair, I just think it just does that. But that's where probably his hair started originally, but slowly, due to breakage and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
that's just new growth because it's been pulled out. They're falling out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like when they be pulling that hair like that consistently, that area down there starts to be thin.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's why I worry about mine.
so it's like it
I
doesn't
think
make
my front feels a little lighter than it used to.
you
That's
don't
also
even-
due to natural shedding.
right. Because you don't even pull it back that much.
But still, I mean, 4 years, ponytail, that's still.
Oh, man.
And hats. I used to wear hats all the time. I stopped now
Oh, I know.
on purpose. Because that pulls. So I try to get out of the habit of wearing hats.
Before I knew you, I could always predict that you'd have on something with a hat.
Yeah, it was easy though. I don't have to do my hair. Throw it in the ponytail and the hat and keep it moving.
Alright, so popular YouTube barber gonna post and say he wanna see a clip of the GTX going in. Here
Wanted
it is,
to
bro.
use
Don't
that
play
kind
with
of
me
clipper,
like that,
the
man. I've been
liner.
doing this since I was
You ever want that kind without the back
and
kind
this
of thing?
GTX clipper, man, this trimmer is smacking and you
I
know
wanted
it
to try
if
to
you see
see
it.
how if
Be
there's a
careful
difference.
what you ask for. I'm an OG in this thing. You just got here. Alright? Your work is beautiful. But don't try to disrespect the GTX like that, player. It's smacking. Look at the line. Don't try to play us like we ain't got no juice.
Man, I kind of miss barbering. I used to like doing it in
Don't
college.
play with me like that.
I wish I had those old pictures when I was doing those designs.
Alright, check it out. So I ended up on your For You page.
That
Do
looks
you like
nice.
art or you're an artist?
I still don't like that hard line.
Oh my god, I used to do my line like that in
Alright, check it out.
college.
So I ended up on your For You page.
You didn't see that on the last
Are you
video?
an artist?
Pause it. Like the overlap. I used to do that in college.
You didn't see that on the last video
I
we
don't
looked
think I
at?
paid attention. That it was like that. But yeah, I've been doing that shit for over 10 years ago. They doing that shit now. But it actually started because I fucked up one day and I made it too thin. I was like, oh, this looks terrible, so thin. So I came up with an idea to kind of do this overlap design in the beard and it looked fire.
Mm.
I had my time, look at that.
This is not new, okay?
This is not 12 years old.
It ain't 12 years old, but that don't mean they ain't been doing it.
They haven't been doing it.
They have, so that is not new.
So
You'll never get the chance to treat me like I'm a piece of shit.
this always gets me.
My motherfucking house. Ever. Do you hear me?
You don't know me.
Mama.
I'm laughing. I ain't really coughing.
That provokes a post.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
That's what you has to that mean. I'm fast as fuck.
I don't think you have any
We'll have a whole lot of bitches jumping shit.
Oh,
Push that shit out.
We'll
Poor
have a
babies
whole
living
lot
in
of
this world of
bitches
right.
technology.
Parents trying to put them on
It's
social media.
abuse. I think it's baby abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing the cheese in their face.
Right.
Those shits are hilarious though.
Don't you say nothing when they come in here. Be nice.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Derek.
Happy Thanksgiving. This is my roommate, Eric.
Hey, Eric.
They gay.
Mm-hmm.
Roommate every year. Just like your son parole keep getting denied every year. What you do for a living?
Yeah,
I'm an upcoming rapper.
That wasn't
So this
funny.
species is the southern yellow jacket, also known as
Is this your headphones down on me? Mm-mm, mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like,
I might need to download that for Instagram.
what's the caption say?
The caption says, "This what you say. This what you say. This what you say."
mask off and
Show me
everything.
someone that lives in
She
your
covered by
house
Jesus.
rent-free.
She covered by the
Right.
blood.
I know the feeling.
Oh Lord.